Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday to you. We're going to continue our talk from How Children Succeed by Paul Tough. And today we're going to introduce our fourth character trait of our 7. Of course, we started with optimism and then grit. Last week we talked about self-control. And then we're going to go into today about zest. A lot of you guys are probably figuring to yourself, what the heck is zest? Well, here's one thing with zest. And for those of you that are like me, that like citrus or anything with a lot of pop to its flavor, zest is the skin of citrus. You peel it with one of these little doohickeys right here, and it just comes right off, and you get something like this. Now, your mom might chop this up and put it into some salsas, or use it on as a topping with whipped cream and some type of desserts, and it really gives a pop, a loud, exciting flavor. If you could smell this through smell-o-vision right now, you'd smell how delicious this is. My mouth's watering a little bit thinking about how delicious this would be. But it smells great. Lime is delicious. That's zest. This is one definition of zest, but there's another definition of zest that we're going to use for our thinking and talking today. Zest is a feeling of enjoyment and enthusiasm. It increases excitement or energy. It doesn't matter what it is you're doing, it's that you really enjoy it. And that you find a way to enjoy it and you get after it. It's going after it with great excitement and finding a way to enjoy what you're doing and do it well. In our book, we were talking about chess and playing the game of chess. They go on to talk about several players from IS 318, our school that we were discussing in Brooklyn. And a lot of those kids, they would get after it with a lot of zest and flavor. They would try really hard, and not just try hard, but they got excited about it. And they worked and got excited about working more and more. Every single day, these students would wake up thinking about chess. In the afternoons after classes, they would play and think and learn about chess. They got excited about it. They enjoyed it. That ended up allowing them to become incredibly good chess players. Over the course of a couple of years in middle school, these kids played for hundreds and hundreds of hours of chess. They became very good because of that. Were they smarter than the kids at all the private schools around the country that they beat? No. But they worked at chess with a lot of zest. Of course, they had their grit and optimism and self-control as well. But the zest for it and the desire to continue to get better is what really helped them. The book goes on to talk about and reference another book that's called Outliers. And in Outliers, they talk about how one becomes a great player or a great soccer player or a great musician, great anything. And the idea behind it is you need at least 10,000 hours of working on something to become really good at it. Many of the chess players they talk about in here as they were growing up end up spending 10 or 15,000 hours working at it. If you think about LeBron James or Kevin Durant, or you think about Des Bryant or Tony Romo or any sports star, they have spent well over 10,000 hours working on that sport during the course of their life. Most of them started about the age of 5 or 6, and they do it for several hours a day their entire life. That's how they become so good at it. It's not that they're just born and are better than you. They had to work at it with a zest for it. They enjoyed it. They were excited about it. They wanted to do it. Think about something that you have a lot of energy for. What is it? Do you absolutely crave playing Minecraft? Do you absolutely love playing soccer? Do you want to play basketball every waking moment that you're up? What is it that inspires you? What do you have a zest for? What is it that you can't get enough of? And all you want to do is work hard and keep getting after it. When I was growing up, it was basketball. I grew up in the time when I was your age, Michael Jordan was a brand new player in the NBA, and all I wanted to do was be Michael Jordan. I remember nights in the summertime, I would be out at a basketball hoop by the youth center where I worked, kind of like the rec center where I was living. And I would stand there, there'd be one lamppost right above the basket. So it was the only light that was around. And there was the basket, there was the free throw line, and there was me. From, I don't know, 7:30 in the evening until 10 o'clock, I would sit there and just play basketball. If other people came along and wanted to play some one-on-one or play horse or whatever, heck yeah, I'd play them. But if they left, I just stayed there and kept shooting. I don't even know how many hours I ended up doing that for 7th, 8th grade. But by the time I was in 9th grade, I was playing with grown men. And by the time I was in 10th grade, I was an all-Europe player. Played a lot of basketball. I had a real zest for it. Nowadays, my interests have changed. I don't play basketball a whole lot anymore, maybe only 5 or 6 times a year. I still love doing it. But I just don't have the time. I have my interests in other areas. It's okay to change what you want to be and what you want to do and what you have a zest for. That's all right. But just remember, if you're not going to spend the 10,000 hours on something, you'll never ever be the very, very best at it. You can get really good, though, with 5,000 hours. Here's one of the other things I want to get across to you. If you want to live with zest, you don't have to be a rah-rah, talk all the time, show everybody, hey, look, I'm excited about this. You can be really relaxed and calm. You can be a shy person and have zest. The idea of zest is just being excited about something. You don't have to show it to everyone. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, I want you to continue to think to yourself, I'm going to have zest. I'm going to go after this goal, and I'm going to work at it no matter what. It doesn't matter what the goal is. You have to have the choice and the zest for it yourself. It comes from within. I can't make you love to read. But if you decide you're going to read a book, choose a book that you think you're going to like and get after it. Use some excitement. When you go to bed at night, think to yourself, man, I really would like to keep reading. But you have to make that choice. As we go through the rest of the book, these are the 4 basic foundation pieces that we're going to keep referencing. Optimism, which is, remember, what? That's right, optimism means to really reframe and think positively about everything that's going on around you. Grit, don't quit. That one's easy to remember. Self-control. Nobody can tell you how to act. Nobody can make a choice for you. You're young men and young women now. You're not adults yet, but you're getting there. You have to make the choices that are going to make you successful. No one else can do it. And lastly, zest. Get after things. Go with enthusiasm and energy. Even if it's something that you don't want to do, if you've decided I'm a part of this group, I'm a part of this team, I've got to get this accomplished with them, then go after it with some real internal desire. Get after it. If anything is worth doing, it's worth doing right. It's not worth doing it halfway. That's basically the message behind Zest. Thank you for your help today. Once again, this is a Zester. Get home with Mom. Say, Mom, let's go get a Zester. I want to peel up some limes. Just smell this. It's amazing.